when I had coffee with, I'd introduce them to the group, and what I found is people really liked that. You know, it was a great value, particularly as the group grew. I just couldn't keep up. You know, so one day I had 7 coffees, and again, I still run my own business. You know, I'm not in the networking business, and I just couldn't do all the introductions, and I was just overwhelmed, you know, from that one day. So that's when we went to the group coffees, and then we also said, you know, now that the group's really growing, as of this airing, we're about 1,500, and being introduced to the group, it has some real value to it. Some real, people notice that and see you, and so what we decided to do was not to make it hard, but just to make it a little more outlined. You know, so when you earn your PIN, your Connected Central Florida PIN, that's when you get introduced to the group. And very basically, you become members of the group. You get first connected to me, because on LinkedIn, first connections is everything. We want you to invite 4 or 5 people into the group. That's not a hard. Come to a couple events, and then also we want to make sure that we know what you do, your process of business, and you know what we do, so that we can really build those meaningful connections. Then we give you the PIN, and ironically, where I got the idea from was Mac Masters, who, if you've seen on the YouTube channel or on the site, he did a video. He came into to one of our coffees early on and sat there, and he said, "I do lapel pins," and I was like, "Oh, really?" Honestly, I told him at first, "There's a business in that, a whole business." He said, "Oh yeah," and then he showed me a couple, and I was like, and then it just kind of led to that. So Mac Masters at getlapelpins.com is the one that kind of helped me with that idea, and then created them, and they're actually pretty nice little things. And the one thing I told him, Brian, was I said, "No pins," because how many times have you stabbed yourself? So they're all magnets, but it's just a little thing that shows you made a little an effort to be more connected in the group. And ironically, people. I had a couple people that had earned the PIN, and I didn't get it to them right away, and they were kind of complaining quite loudly. So.